Alright, in this video we finally make it to our property in southern Colorado. And as we're setting up the tent, we definitely have to fight off the wind because it's pretty bad. And like we said in the other video, we find the best donuts we've ever had. And then we go into a Buc-ee's for the first time and are completely overwhelmed.
What is this place?
What do you mean, what is this place? And I tried their brisket sandwich and that was amazing.
Pretty good. There's a lot of meat in there for 13 bucks.
And then we go on a fossil dig in southern Wyoming, and that is pretty awesome. You see us crack out fossils and carve them up. Also in the description there's a playlist for all the adventures with the trailer that we built, the building it and testing it. So if you're liking this content, please subscribe to the channel and like the videos, but let's get into it.
Alright, so we are driving to our property right now. We are on the road that our property is on. Everything looks beautiful and green. And I think the storm's gonna pass us by, so hopefully. We have arrived. We are at the property. Looks very pretty. And we're gonna get set up. Alright, we are out of the car. We're just checking stuff out. This is where we're gonna set the tent up. It's gorgeous. It's a nice 80 degrees right now. It's pretty windy though, so we're gonna have to stake down the tent. But it says it's gonna rain for a little bit, so hopefully that bypasses us, or it's a short storm.
Oh, we got deers.
We got some deer. So yeah, we're excited. Please don't let it take Finn. And now they've got the tarp down and they are putting the stakes in the tent corners.
Alright, we're on our property here in southern Colorado. I'll take you over, show you how we set up the tent. Very beautiful right now. Alright, what are we cooking today?
We're having Polish sausages and
Right.
I'm just toasting up the buns because they were in the freezer.
Alright.
And then we've got some condiments and some chips. And then later I think we're gonna have some hot chocolate and decaf coffee while we watch the stars.
Oh, tell them about the Amish.
Oh, so we went to this place in Fort Garland, the city, Colorado, and they have, when you drive by, it's got a lot of like Native American jewelry and carved bears. Like they're very cute, you know, the kinds that you put out in your yard. And they have Amish hand pies, which were delicious. And then we got some cinnamon rolls, which we haven't tasted yet, and some jam. So we're excited about that. But it was a really cute store. It had a bunch of different stuff.
Thought I'd walk up here and show you the driveway. We're not pulled into the driveway yet because it was just, well, it was done, I think, last year. I'm still a little bit concerned whether it's packed down enough. I mean, he drove his tractor on it, he drove his car. There's quite this large berm right here that the city puts in for snowplow, but yeah, here's the driveway that leads down into it. See, I don't remember this being here, and I think he did this, which is pretty nice. It's kind of like a dry riverbed, but imagining all the snow melt off goes into this. And this side, because he dug right there, and he dug over there, so this actually has a nice little ramp into it now. Nice little spot to turn around, because most of this was not level. It kind of looked level, but it was not level. So he was gonna bring in dirt, but then he decided he didn't need to, and this kind of looks like where an asteroid hit though, right here, which is kind of funny. But so you can see how the tent's kind of raised up right there. So let's go over here and check out what we did. So last year when we were here, basically a similar tent to this, the wind was so bad it just got launched. It just went whoosh. So that was kind of fun. So this one is, I got those tent screws. Those are screwed down out here. And then we got those really big spikes that I think you're supposed to build like log homes with. I think they're like over a foot long. So we got those going through. So these are no ordinary tent stakes. So I got those on four corners kind of going at an angle. So here's the valley. Very quiet here. So here's another nice little tripping hazard, but it's keeping the tent in. It's not supposed to be any more windy. The wind is supposed to die down. We're through the most of it. The sun is going to set right there, which should be pretty. I'll bring you back for that. And then so you can see, I don't know if you can see on the GoPro, but this kind of slopes off right there. You can kind of see the shadow of just where it slopes off. And we own, so there's a ravine. We own all the way up to that right there. Pretty much just the edge of it. I think we own maybe about to that tree, and then maybe that tree. It's kind of like this weird V that goes off that way that we own. About 5 acres total. Oh, the sun's kind of going behind there. So yeah, we didn't have quite as big of a ditch here before he was coming and working on the tractor, or working with the tractor. I had these cinder blocks because I was going to bury these with a stainless steel chain for anchors for the big tent, and I'm probably still going to do that, but I need to get more. So right now we're just using these as a makeshift bridge. But so yeah, made it here safe and sound. We will, I don't know where we'll eat dinner. Probably over here, I guess. But yeah, everything's looking pretty.
We have now entered what we like to call sunset mode. The sunset's imminent. There are some promising looking clouds, and then there's all these other clouds that might light up pink and be cool looking and might not. So we will see. Scott's got out the big guns. The rest of us are ready. Our camp's all set up so that we can go back and relax and watch the stars.
So we had a really great time that night. The weather kind of died down, a little bit cloudy, a little bit cold, but it wasn't too bad. Was out there shooting some shots of the Milky Way. This was my favorite shot of the Milky Way that I got. We're just always so surprised to see so many stars here. We all got up really early in the morning to see the sunrise. It's so beautiful here. You see it touch that peak first, and then it comes up over the valley. This was my favorite shot that I got of the sunrise as it's peeking through the valley right there.
Well, we didn't get a shot of me making breakfast this morning because Scott has been taking pictures all morning. But we're having the Amish cinnamon rolls from the store we went to yesterday and some bacon that I pre-cooked at home to just kind of soft stage. And then I just crisped them up in the air fryer because it takes a long time to actually cook bacon, and then you've got all the grease to deal with. So this way I didn't have to deal with all of that. It's a gorgeous morning on our property.
All right, we just did some drone shots of the mountain and of us hiking right here. This is sort of the top ridge of our property. We're climbing back down through the ravine, back up to our campsite. But yeah, it's a good day of climb. We're just taking it slow because we're at elevation, but Roar got some bouquets of flowers. But all right, we'll see you later. So this drone shot definitely shows you how this terrain is. You can actually see the slope of the terrain, where for some reason when you're on the ground right there, it doesn't look that sloped, and then you can see how deep the ravine is as it's flying over it. But yeah, this land is not as flat as it seems on the other camera. Right, so I'm flying the drone back. You can definitely see this whole gorge and what a steep hike this actually was. So this is the other side of the hill. From the perspective down there at the trailer, this looks like a very pointed hill, but it's actually pretty flat on top. Without getting a GPS out, I'm not really sure exactly where our property line is, but it's right here. So this has a really good view of the terrain, the trailer, there's the road coming in, and then there's the mountain peak.
All right, so we are all packed up and ready to leave. We're heading over to my aunt's for a party and then to my cousin's to camp for a couple days to spend time with family. We're gonna take one last picture of all of us together and then we're gonna be back on the road.
All right, so we're here. This is Dad's Donuts. Now, these are pretty special donuts because there's no preservatives, no additives, no dyes, and no hydrogenated oils. These donuts take 4 days, apparently, and there's 109 layers. So they're all basically the same dough, and then it's all different toppings. I cannot express how good these were, and you did not feel all heavy and gross afterwards. You guys wouldn't like these.
I definitely recommend the cherry jam. It's so, and the sugar on the outside. That one tastes really good.
Raspberry pink is quite good too. The almond one's very good.
All right, so what did we think?
This is the best donut I've ever had in my life, and the people here are so nice. Yeah. So we are currently at the Rocky Mountain Dinosaur Resource Center in Woodland Park, Colorado, which is where Scott used to work 20 years ago. So we are just doing a little walk down memory lane and looking at all the cool dinosaur stuff. And the kids have never been here before since Jamie was a baby when we lived here, so it's been very interesting. So here's like the inside of the main part where they have, I think, 2 different T-Rex skeletons, which is pretty cool.
It was definitely fun being here, just remembering when I worked here. Some of the exhibits are still there that I made. Now the kids are posing for a photo inside of a megalodon jaw. All right, so we tried to record, and that didn't seem to work out.
Nope.
So we used the hot glue gun. I just flattened these out, and then just hammered them in with my preferred hammer. And then I held the tacks with just a needle nose plier as we hammered them in. Hopefully we'll get another one and we can show you more. But so we're gonna put the state ones right here, and then the other ones that we just kind of find and like. So this is a Pagosa Springs one.
Yeah, that one's really pretty.
And then we put the Colorado one right here. Didn't really get too burned this time. Okay, so we got 2 new patches today. Dinosaur Resource Center in Woodland Park, Colorado. That's where I used to work, so that was kind of fun to take the kids there. So we're gonna. Okay, that's got some schmeggly on it. We thought that this would be a fun addition. Because, you know, not every place actually has patches. Okay, that one's going to be fun. And then, I had saw this as I was looking around. Dad's Donuts in Colorado Springs. They kind of make these 109 layer multi-day processed dough that is, I don't know if I would say all natural, but like very few ingredients. Like he said, one of the donuts at max has 9 ingredients. And everything's fresh, and so it's basically a cronut, but probably the best version of a cronut that you would ever have.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
It was really good.
What kind of donut did you get there?
I got a passion fruit one. It's really good.
How was it?
Very good. I started peeling it apart.
Oh, okay. This one almost looks pretty cool from the back. Alright, so...
The hot glue's not ready yet.
It's not ready yet? Alright, so we were thinking about him... I don't know. Well, I'm trying to maximize space without wasting it, and I'm worried that that's a little bit wasting right there.
What if we put Dad's Donuts there?
Well, Dad's Donuts is even worse.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to have to find something that big. I mean, this almost kind of fills it, but not really.
It's such a weird shape.
Yeah. So, like, I think we're just going to split the difference and put it there.
Okay.
We'll worry about it when we're starting to do some out here and stuff like that.
Oh, hot glue's ready.
Alright, so let's do it there. Okay, remember it'll smush out. Alright. I think you're good. Alright, so can you get the tentacles off?
Nice.
hot glue is like really hot enough, but it's squishing in there.
It should still stick just so long as it didn't dry before it hit the wood and it doesn't look like it.
All right, and the beloved dead donuts.
It looks like there's a film on it.
There's not. Because it's, I think it's like an iron-on patch. They all kind of have that. Okay, that's, okay. All right, yes.
Whoops.
Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay, we're going in on that one. So I think I'll start over a little bit so I can kind of smear it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have those from time to time.
Have a lot of times.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot.
Well, I'm just happy that we're being proactive this time and actually putting this stuff up.
Yeah.
So basically we did the same thing with these, and then possibly by the end of this trip we might find more of these hiking medallions, but we'll see. All right, so those are in. And we'll see what else we come up with. We're still rocking over 100%. I think the batteries are fully topped off now because they're not even allowing themselves to charge. So I think we might do like a water test just to see how much water we can generate tomorrow. But we're still here just hanging out with family in Colorado Springs. All right, so we got the dehumidifier running today. We're at altitude, and the unit itself is only saying it has 28% humidity, so we'll see how much it draws. All right, so we did run the dehumidifier here in Colorado, but it was only 28% humidity, and the water gauge that we have for the tank, it's kind of inaccurate in the way that we're not going to know how many ounces or even a half a gallon went in. So I'm on the lookout for something quite a bit more accurate that we can tell exactly how much is being produced. It's currently inside. We are at 95%, but negative 27 amps. So I might set up another one of these panels, fire up this guy just to get it directly. We'll see how it goes. But yeah.
Okay, so we're about halfway through our trip. We have a composting toilet, which I can't remember the name of, so we'll flash it up on the screen. So we're like 5 days into our trip, I would say. All 5 of us have been using the restroom the whole time. So it's getting hard to turn. There's like a little handle that you agitate the compost material with. And usually if you put the toilet paper in, it makes it that you have to dump it faster. But for us, it's just more convenient because we're traveling, and where are you gonna like keep it and throw it away and all that kind of stuff. So we just went to Home Depot and bought a thing of peat moss. Usually we use coconut coir, but you have to actually like expand it into with water because it comes in like a really hard brick, and so it's just not convenient for us to bring it with us. So we just, I think it was like maybe $6 or $7. So we're just gonna dump it right now. And then we're going to replace it with the compost. Okay, so honestly, I was expecting this to be pretty bad because it hasn't had any time to compost at all. I've always emptied it like before we go on our next trip, so that's given it like up to a year to do its business. And it's always perfectly wonderful. Like, it just looks like dirt and it smells like dirt. I don't actually touch it, obviously, but so this time I was expecting it to be kind of gross, but actually it wasn't bad at all. We used about half the bag, because there was still some like kind of clumped at the bottom. So yeah, so we just put a trash bag over it, dumped it out, and we put about half the bag, and I'm gonna moisten it a little bit, and then we're good. And we really love this toilet, like just really works for us. So this way, even if we still need to do it on our trip this time, we have this stuff. So
not so bad.
Not so bad at all.
All right, so I'm not sure what was going on here, but the refrigerator was running and the lights were drawing energy. But look at this, 986 watts. So this is above what is already being drawn. So this might have been well over 1,000 watts. Maybe this was that hole in the ozone layer going overhead and the solar system was operating above efficiency. I don't know, let me know. Okay, so got a bit of a problem here. So this vent tube up here comes around, and I just have it looping around like this because I didn't think it was going to be that big of an issue because it was all the way at the top. I think the problem is on some of the roads, the water has splashed and it's in here now and it's created a water trap, and now that's not a vent. So realistically what needs to happen is I need to drill a hole through here, have it come down, and then go right here through here and just curve around. I don't think I could do that on this trip. I don't think I have a drill bit. I think what I'm going to do is unhook it from there, let it all flow back in, because what was happening was I thought I had not good flow in this tube. I mean, I have a 90 there and a 90 here and a 90 here, so I'm not going to get the best flow in the world, but it was causing a bunch of pressure, and then it was like hosing down the bathroom. I was like, no. So I come in here and look at things, and there's a water trap in the vent tube, so I got to fix that. This realistically wasn't that hard. It was just kind of fiddly and kind of in a tight quarters, and was kind of hard using the Leatherman, but I got it done. Okay, so what I did was, now it routes through here, goes through here, and then up and around here. I don't like this. I'd rather it go through here, and then we can make it a little bit tighter. So then that way everything I'm sliding in here is not going to be in the way of that tube, or possibly pull the tube out. The other thing I was concerned about was that water leaking on the batteries. So what I did was, after I unhooked that side, I just blew into it like a straw, and I got most of the water out. So this is going to be a better option. I kind of like this lazier turn right here. So this is still loose right there. I could tie wrap it right here so that there's no vibrations later, and then probably drill a hole through here, and then it's in. I should have thought about that, but it's not bad if that's the only thing that's messed up. So just used my Leatherman, unscrewed it, blew through it, popped it back on. Realistically, this is probably about a 5-minute fix, so not too bad. Now we should be able to fill in there without it building up pressure and shooting back at me. So I guess I should have caught that on camera, but I was not very happy about it. So, all right, that's a quick fix. We're still here in Colorado. We're headed to Wyoming tomorrow.
What is this place?
What do you mean, what is this place? Well, it's good that somebody's paying attention.
Yep.
So, all right, so this Buc-ee's opened in March of 2024, and the inside of this is 74,000 square feet. It is freaking ridiculous how big this place
I think
is.
we got to get all the treats. Oh, that's sliced brisket. That's chopped brisket. Let's get you.
Taste it. How does it taste? It's good? All right, so this is the big Buc-ee brisket sandwich XXL. $13.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. That is a lot of meat in there. For 13 bucks? Let's see. Okay. Alright, that's worth it. What'd you get?
Little pulled pork sandwich.
How is it?
Pretty good.
Very good? What about you?
Chopped brisket.
And you're more of a burger guy. How is it?
Quite good.
Oh.
I got the brisket sandwich. It's very delicious, very tender.
Chopped the brisket sandwich too. Very good.
Very good. All right, so we got some desserts. Which one is this one?
This is the fried apple pie, and it is coated in cinnamon sugar.
Oh, okay.
That's good. It tastes like a tortilla with like apple pie filling and then fried. It's good.
A tortilla, huh?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
You guys aren't doing it, so.
Well, I don't really like apple pies that much. Oh, okay. Maybe I like those ones. We also got peach cobbler, and then we got the key lime pie cup. So we'll break into one of those next, I guess.
All right, let's see about the peach cobbler. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, keep in mind we're still at a gas station though.
Yep. I know, it's good, huh? Want some?
No, I've been wanting to try this guy though. I've been very excited to try their key lime pie cup. I know everybody's more impressed with the banana pudding, but I'm much more of a key lime pie guy, especially when I see the pie crumbles in there. Let's see. Oh, it's very strong. Like the key lime pie part.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's pretty strong. Oh, I'm like blocking everything.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Like it's not lacking on flavor.
Ooh, yeah.
It's got a kick to it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before I gotta try these before we go back in for round two, just in case they're awesome. So these are the Beaver nuggets. I believe these are just the normal flavor. Let me get a smell. Yeah, very caramel smelling. A little bit different texture than you would imagine. Almost like a cereal in a way, but oh, let's see what finish does.
Yeah, more of a cereal texture. Like Captain Crunch.
Huh. The Mitchell want to try Beaver nuggets.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, they're not as like hard crunchy in a bad way. They're nice.
They're a bit salty.
Yeah, salty and sweet. Good.
I can see why these are very popular on the road. So we're gonna finish up here. All right, we're trying the beef burrito. This is round two. I wasn't joking when I told my wife that we were gonna be here for, an hour. So this is $7.49. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. I got some green sauce with it too. For a burrito, it's pretty good. I definitely would go with the brisket though. So as we were leaving here, I wanted to show you this row, and I mean row of gas pumps. Apparently there is 116 gas pumps here.
In a quarter mile,
Crazy.
turn right onto County Road.
We're still driving past the gas stations.
That's crazy. It's seriously freaking out.
All right, we made it to Saratoga RV Park in Saratoga, Wyoming. Pretty nice. There's actually a river that goes over here. Since we're camping, there wasn't enough spots on the river. Probably take you around and see. Let's see if there's any good photography spots, but it's gonna get a little cold, so I think we're gonna run extension cord out from the trailer to power some heated blankets. Right, here's the little river in Saratoga. There's where we're camping right over there. Did find a little walkthrough. Pretty cool. I don't know if there's gonna be anything to photograph in the morning, but maybe. So here at the campground, we're just relaxing for a little bit. And then I pull everything out of the trailer, the tubs, I clear off the shelves so that we can reorganize everything. I can sweep out the trailer and get it ready for the last part of the trip. This time lapse at night was pretty interesting because there was lights in the trailer park actually lighting up the trees, but you could still see the stars and clouds go by, so it was pretty cool. So this is the dirt road leading to the fossil quarry. It is incredibly like washboardy and it is not fun, and we were pulling the trailer and it was kind of sketchy at some points. Right, so all the fossils you find, they let you put them on these racks, and each group of people has their own rack, and you can see our rack is kind of overflowing, but you can put as many as you want on there. You can take whatever you want.
I'm filming.
What's that?
I was just telling you that I am filming.
Alright, so right here I'm using the tile saws to chop them up. They actually have templates if you want them in specific sizes. So that works out pretty well, but it's kind of nice because you can chop these down and there's a bunch of empty space that you don't have to be towing these around. I cut some into bookends. I cut some bigger sizes, smaller sizes. I really think that you could use these to cut like a kitchen tile out if you want like a little fossil in your kitchen tile or bathroom tile. You could do some pretty unique things here. So this was an incredibly dusty environment. I definitely recommend gloves, hat, long sleeve shirt so that you don't get sunburned, because you're just out in the elements for as long as you're out there. There's no shade. Also, we stopped at a Walmart and got a tub, and then as we were packing up the fossils, we just kind of wrapped them in our dirty clothes so that they weren't banging against each other on the drive home. So I definitely recommend doing that, but this place is pretty awesome. They had tile saws so that you can chop them up. They pretty much let you keep anything that you found, with exception of like anything that was like, I think they said over $100,000. So realistically, I don't think you're going to find anything like that, but this was a fun time with the family. Something the kids are definitely not going to forget. Plus, this whole time I was thinking about this restaurant called Costa Vida. It is a really good kind of chain Mexican food place, not too expensive, kind of a little bit better than Chipotle, I would say, because the tortillas are made fresh there. So I'm really looking forward to stopping there. Alright, now we can have lunch at the Costa Vida. Always get the nachos with the raspberry chicken burrito. Do they have these in California? Okay, we are back home with our haul from Fossil Safari, or Fossil Lake Safari. How many did you count?
70.
70 fossils. So that is 4 people going at it for about 4 hours. We got them kind of double stacked here because we got so many. We still need to do some fossil prep, and I'll probably show that in the next video or in the next clip. Got to order in some stuff. They say to use some dental picks, things like that. So this was probably our biggest find of the day.
Yeah.
They wanted a picture of this before we even left. I don't know if they posted that on social media yet, but if they do, I'll put a clip there. This is probably our next biggest find. I think we still need to dig them out a little bit. And then here's the other side. This one I thought was pretty cool, and I cut it on their saws so that it would be a set of bookends. But it's basically it's the same fish. So I thought that would be pretty cool. Did you want to explain your?
So we were digging this up, and I thought the outline looks cool. Well, and then I asked the guy to get it out, and he said it was probably turtle poop. I thought it was a snail.
Turtle poop. Okay.
Yeah.
And then didn't you have another? Oh, whatever that is.
Yep. I don't know what that is. We didn't ask the guy.
So some of it, like this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it's not very flat. So it's kind of interesting. And then there's other ones like this that are still well into the rock there. So maybe we'll try to get those out a little bit better. And then this one, of course, like it looks like it's way up in here. So we'll either try the dental picks or we'll maybe try like a Dremel or something like that. All of them are extremely dusty right now still. Here, let's try blowing on it. Yeah, see, they're still really dusty from the tile saw. So we'll clean them up, and then we will probably put a protective layer on there. I'll explain all that in the next clip or the next video. But pretty cool way to get a bunch of gifts for people. A lot of bang for your buck, I would think. You know, because if you calculate how much we spent on this and then divide it by 70, you know what I mean? You're barely into these anything. Plus all the fun we had. So, just thought we'd show you. But definitely this one and probably this one are definitely some of the bigger finds. I do like that one. They'll look completely different after we prep them, because this will get darker and just look better. And then part of it getting darker is it'll be protected. So, all right, our last patch. We got a Buc-ee's patch. We're gonna put that guy up there. We're back from the trip and we're attempting to clean out the trailer. All right, so I think she liked it right there. We're still kind of leaving this spot open. I think, and it's gone. All right, Beaver me up. Okay, just make sure it burns my hand. Perfect. Okay.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
No.
Do we know the proper angle of the Buc-ee's beaver?
I think that looks good.
Okay, just making sure, because like, you know, there might be an angle that it needs. Oh, what did you just do? You just squirted a bunch out.
More security.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me just get all that out so we can chop all that off. So the whole trailer will flip over, but this patch will always be there. All right, so this road trip was 2,723.5 miles. We got 13.9 miles to the gallon. That's about on par. Thanks for watching this video. In the next video, we're going to talk about a major trailer upgrade. We're going to talk about the crazy road trip that we have planned. And I mean crazy. We're talking about 11 different states and multiple national parks. Also, we're going to go over all the new trailer upgrades that we're going to do. There's going to be a new water system upgrade. We're going to update the electrical system. We're going to do some more work in the bathroom. So you got to stay tuned. You got to check all that out. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this channel, please like the videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. That really helps us out, but thanks for watching.